Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are you? It's Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. I tried to go live on Facebook this morning, but it wouldn't allow me to do it. So I've decided that I would just go live here on YouTube and share it back to Facebook. Okay, so let me see if I can do that. So I'll give you a little bit of time to jump on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. Okay, I'll do that. And then I'll go to a group. Okay, next, there, and there. Okay, so welcome everybody. I will have this over to the left here. Hello, Sheila, Beverly, Pam, how are we all? Okay, so what I thought I would do this morning is case a card out of the new catalogue. And when I say out of the new catalogue, no, I'm not using brand new product just yet, but I am using a stamp set that got carried over into our brand new catalogue, and we have new samples in there. So I decided what I would do is actually case a card from the brand new catalogue and let you see some of the new exciting things that Stampin' Up have designed for us. So how are you all today? I'll give you a little bit of time. Hey, Nancy, Henny, Jenny, Jana, how are you? Samantha, how are you? Welcome, everybody. So one of the things that I've been up to lately is I started a new diet this week. So yesterday was my first day and I'm super excited. I lost 200 grams overnight. So I think that's awesome. I've started doing light and easy meals. So I thought, you know what? This self-isolation, I don't know about any of you out there, but I have packed on the weight. Even though I'm normally at home, I have packed on the weight because you actually can't get out and about and go for a walk and do things. You can now, but I mean, like, we couldn't. So we had quite a few weeks there that we were stuck indoors and not really moving very much. And I've been crafting my heart out, but crafting my heart out makes the body expand a little bit too. So I've started this exciting new meal plan. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see how it works. Has anyone else that's watching, anyone else that's been doing light and easy, and what are your thoughts on it? I was super excited. The amount of food that I ate yesterday, and I still lost 200 grams. It absolutely amazed me that I could still lose 200 grams. Good morning, everyone. Linda, Beverly, how are you? Colette, hello, good morning. So please feel free to share this video back onto your social media sites, so back onto your Facebook. Feel free to share it. That helps get me out there to more people. It helps my business. This is my full-time job. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. So if this is the first time that you have watched, and maybe you're one of those people that is too scared to say something, too scared to write something in the comments, please don't be scared. Please say hello. Please tell me that you're a first time watcher and where you're from, where you're watching from, because I love finding out where my crafting videos, how far I reach. And I love the fact that I can craft with people all over the world. Thank you for sharing, Clay Fan. Thank you. So once again, please feel free, if you're watching back, even on the replay, you're watching back on the replay, please feel free to share the video. That helps me get my crafting out there. It helps my business. Any of the items that I'm using today can be purchased through my online store. And the store link is not there at the moment, but on any of my videos, you can find my online store link. And you can also find my phone number if you wanted to place an order. Now, I can only sell to people that live in Australia. I'm so sorry for all of my fans from overseas. I cannot sell anything to overseas other than my video tutorial. So you can actually purchase my video tutorials. So and one of the awesome things at the moment is our brand new catalog for us as demonstrators has, we're in pre-order stage. So we're able to order brand new products out of the new catalog, which is super, super exciting. And the awesome news is, if you've been thinking about wanting to get a reduction on the price of your crafting products, say if you wanted to get a discount, you get 20% discount straight off the bat with Stampin' Up. So if you wanted to get a discount, you may want to think about joining my team, my Wild Heart Crafters team. We're spread all over Australia. It's awesome. We all stay connected through the internet, but it's a wonderful opportunity at the moment to be able to put some of the brand new products out of our brand new catalog into your starter kit. Plus, we have our last chance items at the moment that are only available while stocks last this month. So there's some great savings. There's some products that are even reduced by 60%. So there's some awesome products. You've just restarted, Jenny, light and easy. You really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm enjoying the food. The food is really, really nice. So I've only had one day so far. This is my second day. But I'm really enjoying the light and easy. So fingers crossed, I will lose some weight doing it. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to use the High Tide stamp set. I can see you, Jade, and so can everybody else. Crawling through on your knees. Where are you going? Okay, so I'm going to use the High Tide stamp set, and as I said, I'm going to case a card that's in the brand new catalog at the moment. So this design you would not have seen at the moment. Okay, so I've got a combination of inks here. I've got Balmy Blue, I've got Mint Macaron, I've got Calypso Coral, I've got Crumb Cake, and I've also got So Saffron to do this card. Now, I do think that the actual card is done on Seaside Spray, which I could have used Seaside Spray, but I've got Balmy Blue out. So we're going with Balmy. Just the way it's rolling this morning. Balmy Blue is it. All right, so I have a card base and it is cut at 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches, and I will just fold that in half to get my card base. All right, so the card is actually going to go this way. Oh, why have we got no camera happening? What happened? Start the video. There we go. I have no idea why that happened, but anyway. You've got your catalog, Henny. Yeah, there is some awesome brand new things in there. Hey, Matthew, how are you? Welcome. All right, so we have that. It might have been because I went like that. All right. I just looked and I'm like, oh my God, the screen was black. All right, so we have a piece of cardstock here, Whisper White. Now it's cut, this is 4 inches this way, so it's cut at 4 inches, and I think I did it at 3.5 inches that way. So we're going to bring out some of these gorgeous stamps in this stamp set. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the land where the lighthouse is going to sit. So I'm just going to grab that on a block. And I'm going to use our Crumb Cake to stamp that. Okay, so Crumb Cake is there. So I'm going to ink up this. I probably need a scrap piece of paper. Just bear with me while I grab a scrap piece of paper. Okay. I think I've got 2 there, but yes, I have got 2. All right, I'll just grab a scrap piece of paper because I don't want to stamp on my desk, which I feel like I'm going to stamp on my desk. All right, so we're going to ink that up with our Crumb Cake ink. And I'm going to stamp that over to the left-hand side and down towards the bottom. And that is where our lighthouse is going to sit. And I probably should have my pierce mat underneath me, but that has stamped really, really well. So all is good. All right, so then I'm going to mount up my lighthouse. Okay. This one here. Okay, now the lighthouse is stamped in Calypso Coral, so we'll open that one up. Hi, Linda. How are you going? Thanks for joining. Happy birthday, Matthew. I did forget. It is your birthday. Happy birthday. 22 today. Everybody say happy birthday to Matthew. All right, so I'm just going to line that up and it's going to sit in that little gap that has been created when we stamped that. So we're just going to stamp that down. Are you watching it work, Natalie? I hope you don't get caught. Okay, so we have that lighthouse. Now there's another part to the lighthouse as well. So we're going to ink that up as well in our Calypso Coral, and we're going to stamp that one down. So I'll just put it onto the back there. Just going to take that one off and sit it there. Okay, so we have this one. We're going to ink that one up in our Calypso Coral. And we're just going to line that up. You can see through the top. I may not line this up real well because I'm not directly above it, but you can see the top part there. And we'll line that up. We'll have a good go, but that's as good as it's going to get today. And you've just seen my head in, oop. And that's not too bad. Look at that. We didn't do too bad a job. All right. So now there's actually this gorgeous, it's the beam of the light coming out of the lighthouse. I absolutely love this set. Honestly, I've had it for so long and I hadn't played with it. And then I got it out in my birthday group and used it. And I thought, why have I not stamped with this set way more times? Because it is beautiful. Yeah, well, I suppose, Natalie, no one can go mad on you because you are your own boss. Oh, dear. I'm a bit the same. My boss is pretty lenient with me. Lets me do whatever I want when I want. Okay, so we're going to ink that up. And we're just going to do one coming out of the top this way. So like that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to randomly stamp them around like this. And I think one more just coming out of here. Like that. So you can see you can actually stamp over the lighthouse. It's not going to hurt. Like it's a lighter color, so it's actually not going to hurt too much to do that. Okay, so there we have our gorgeous light beams coming out of that lighthouse. All right. Ugh. Okay, so now I'm going to find, the only thing I think with this stamp set is you end up with so many pieces out that you're using, so many blocks, so many pieces out, but it's fun. Okay, so we've got that one and we're going to ink that up with our Balmy Blue. So I'll close that one up, grab our Balmy Blue. And now we're just going to do a little bit of the water here. So I'm going to pop some water just in there. A little bit of water down along that bottom part as well. So just like that. So we've got our gorgeous water ready to go. You love this stamp set. It is beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so they've got the little grassy bits. So we need to find that in our stamp set. These cute little grassy bits. I'm going to get one out. I'll just use one of them. Now, I don't know whether I want to stamp this off. I feel like I need to stamp it off. I feel like the mint macaron is just going to be a little bit too dark for exactly what I want, but we'll see. I'll ink it up and stamp it. Yes, I want to stamp it off. So I'm just going to stamp it off and then stamp on. So we've got some gorgeous little grassy reeds there. So just like that. Beautiful. And I've just put a splotch there, but totally okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, that is all they've actually done for that bit. And then they have the sentiment There's nothing little about the light you shine. There's nothing little about the light you shine. That one there. Okay. So it's done on a tiny strip of Whisper White. Now, I'm going to do one strip here. Let me see what size that can be. So we just need it wide enough just to be able to stamp our sentiment on it. So I'm thinking, okay, 1.5. I'm going to do it 1.5 wide. And then I've got a piece of our, which I had it here. I'm going to do this one 1 3/4 wide. So this is just a piece of our smoky slate. Okay. So we've got those two pieces. Is that the one I cut? Yes. Those two pieces there. All right. And we're going to need our triple banner punch. So I'm going to put this in and get it nice and even. Actually, I'm going to put them both in together like this. You're going to look at me and think, what in the world are you doing? But you'll understand in a minute. So I'm going to cut these both together. And it's going to be a little bit harder to cut, but I want to cut them both together. And the reason why I'm doing that, okay, is so that then when I go like this, it's going to match, okay? So sometimes if you put them in there singly, sometimes you will find that they won't match then when you go to line it up. Oh, right. Wow, Jenny, it's really windy down your way. Oh, okay, Jenny, you got your order? Yep. Okay. All right. So now I'm just going to pop that. Sorry, I was just reading the comments. I can't read comments and stamp at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on, and I'm just going to, with my smoky slate, grab my smoky slate. I forgot to get that one out. I'm going to stamp that with my smoky slate sentiment. And I actually want to stamp off the first time because I haven't used this sentiment. So I want to smoosh it to make sure that the ink is going to go onto there well enough. And my smoky slate looks like it really needs re-inking, but it's okay. It is what it is. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up. Oops, and I've just stuck my finger in it. Just going to line that up on that strip like that. Hopefully that's straight. It looks pretty straight to me. It's a little bit crooked, but it's not too bad. And then I'm going to be able to line that up on there. So I'm just going to trim both ends, the ends off that. And I'm just going to use my little trimmer for that. Okay, so I'm just going to take that through so that it's just to the top. I am so glad I got this little baby trimmer. Honestly, so super glad that I got it. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up in there so I know what length to cut it at. Okay, so just like that. And down through there again. All right, so we've got our little tag ready to go. Isn't this a cute card? It's so super cute. So we've got this happening, and I've just put ink on there, but that's okay. We'll turn that over and we'll have it as the back. We've got that happening, and we've got this happening, which it's really cute. I'm thinking I want something in the background a little bit. I'm feeling like that's a little bit too plain. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I may make that water go a little bit further on the base of my card, because they actually have it as plain blue there. But I think what I want to do is add a little bit of water just happening on the back of this card here. So just like that. And another bit over here like that. And I'll stamp some just in the middle here, just in case, but I know it's going to get covered. But you may not be able to see that, but I've just stamped a little bit of the balmy blue water on that bottom part, just to tie it in with the rest of it. I just feel like it was a little bit plain. And you can see now that when you add that, you've got a little bit more oomph happening there. So, all right, so this one I'm actually going to glue down just with my liquid glue. Yes, Linda, it is the High Tide stamp set. Yes. Thank you, Jenny and Susan, for answering. Thank you. All right, so we're just going to pop that into the middle of the card, and it's going to be flush with the top and flush with the bottom. This is the stamp set in case you've, oh, wrong one. This is the stamp set in case you've just come in later. So it's called High Tide. It's been around for a while. It's a gorgeous stamp set, but yeah, definitely worth purchasing. All right, so now I'm going to, with these, I'm going to pop that sentiment layer up onto that smoky slate layer. And you'll notice there, I think Henny's, no, Geraldine. I'm wondering whether Geraldine's on because she was laughing about how many dimensionals I use. But I don't like anything to sag. I like things to stay. I like the fact that when the card gets to the recipient, that it's still really, really awesome and popped up like I want it to be. All right, so we're just going to pop that down onto that layer there. So we've got a bit of dimension happening with our dimensionals, and I'm also going to pop that up onto dimensionals onto the front of the card as well. Now, if you're worried about postage and the thickness, you could actually just glue these down and not actually pop them up. It's totally up to you. I don't mind paying a little bit of extra postage and having the dimension. But if you're worried about postage, you just glue it down with your Tombow. And then it's just down a little bit from there and like that on the front of the card. All right. So then I have a piece of Whisper White for the insert of the card because we want everything to match. So what I decided to do was I'm just going to take just that, the ground, like the crumb cake that I inked it in. I'm just going to take part of the ground and create a little bit of a scene happening on the inside of the card. Now, it's totally okay that I'm going to use it up the other way. So don't ever think that just because it's meant to go there with that bit in it, that you can't use it a different way. I'm going to turn it up the other way and have it going like this. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little bit of the water in. And we'll turn that water that way. A little bit of the water in down below here. Across the bottom of the card. And a little bit just down in there. Okay. And then I'm still going to do our cute little grassy mint macaron pieces. I'm just going to do a couple of little tufty bits. There. And am I going to do two there? Yeah. Bit of tufty bit there. So we've got a gorgeous scene happening there for the inside of the card. Oh, Liz, are you at work again? Liz has snuck on while I'm live. Okay, so then I'm just going to glue that to the insert of my card. Now, the one thing I wanted to tell you about too is my 2-day winter retreat in August. I'm taking bookings now. I have 4 weekends in a row that I do my 2-day retreats. Now, you can attend in person or you can buy a retreat in a box. So if you wanted to buy the retreat in a box, it's the same pricing as what you would if you were attending in person. You just have to add $20 on for postage. So my retreat is $160 for the basic retreat. And then I've just popped up the optional classes this morning in my Facebook group. I'm just going to flip you back. So there you go, a cute, quick card using our high tide. And I'll just flip you back to have a quick talk to you about my retreat. Okay, so that way. And I'm back. So hopefully you enjoyed that cute little crafting session there. Oops, there with our card. So it's quite cute. And then the inside I've done, yeah. Oh, it's a bit hard to get it in camera there without the glare, but cute little card. And that's one of the ones cased out of the brand new catalog. So you've just got a little bit of a snippet of what the brand new catalog is like. So my 2-day winter retreat is in August. My first 2 weekends are booked out. I have 8 places in each retreat. I have no limit to the amount of people that want to do my retreat online in a box. If you live in Australia, you can do my retreat in a box. And it gets delivered. Everything that everybody gets in person, it gets delivered to your doorstep, and you will get PDF instructions and videos if there's anything that's complicated. Now, I have optional classes, so it's $160 for the basic retreat. If you choose to get it in a box, you add $20 on, so it'll be $180 altogether. It goes for 2 full days. It is a super, super awesome, fun way to get away with a group of friends and have a weekend away and craft with other crafty people. I have 8 people at each retreat, so you get a full-size 6-foot table to yourself. You can spread out the whole weekend. You can leave your things here overnight, go back to where you're staying and come back again the next day, and everything will be ready for you to go. We have some awesome fun. You get to make 8 make and take projects. You get 5 pillow gifts. You get a $60 goodie bag, and it is all going to be brand new product out of our brand new catalog. So my retreats are every weekend in August. The first 2 weekends are booked out. So the 1st and the 2nd of August is booked out. The 8th and the 9th of August is already booked out. But I have the next 2 weekends. I have spaces in the next 2 weekends. Now, a deposit confirms, a $50 deposit confirms your spot, and payments are to be made in full by the end of this month, or I will extend it out to mid-June. But you need to remember that if you pay later, you have the chance of something that is in the retreat that goes on back order. So I really, really need for people to confirm and to pay. But I can tell you it is a super, super awesome weekend. You can find all the details on my website. If you go over to stampingwithdonnag.com and you click on the weekend retreat, you will find all of the details there, how to register for it, how to book for it, all of the classes that I will be doing, they're there in name. And I have a Facebook group that when you register, you become part of the Facebook group. And on that Facebook group, there's lots more details, and it's a chatting group that anyone that's going to the retreats, you can get to know each other. If there's someone coming from like your local area and they're traveling, you may be able to like pair yourselves up and get a travel buddy to come along as well. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with using a lot of dimensionals. I'm looking at the comments here. So anyway, if you're interested in my 2-day winter retreat, I would love to have you be a part of it. If there's a problem with social distancing, then it's okay. If you've registered and you've paid for it, you will get a retreat in a box. And I can tell you that we will still have an awesome time, even though you're going to get it delivered to your place if you cannot attend in person. I am hoping that by August, we may be able to attend in person. So I would love to have you as part of my 2-day retreat. Hello, Gaynor, and Gaynor comes to my retreats. There's a few people on here that come to my retreats. So it is an awesome thing to be a part of. So if you're interested in that, as I said, go over to stampingwithdonnag.com. And if you click on the weekend retreat, it'll show you all the details of my August retreat there. And also too, as I said, anything that I've used today can be purchased through my online store. If this is the first time you've watched me, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you get notified every time I go live or every time I upload a video. So thank you all, everyone, for spending a little bit of time with me today. And until next time, everybody, happy crafting. Bye for now.